Hey, this is Dina Wolf here, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Diamond Club. So, doTERRA offers something called Diamond Club, and it's a way for you to completely transform your business and grow really, really quickly. So, it has the potential to completely transform you, your team, and your business in a way that nothing else can. So, this is a very unique opportunity, and I don't want you to miss out on it. So Emily Wright, who is the Vice President of Leadership Development in doTERRA, this is one of the quotes that she has, and she is one of the people that oversees Diamond Club. And what they devised it for was for helping people that want to grow doTERRA get out of Utah and reach out and branch out into other states and other cities, whether they be local or out of area. And so this is a great way for you to grow and structure your business very, very quickly. Okay. So some of the requirements for you to participate in Diamond Club is they're put in place to ensure that all Diamond Club participants are set up to be successful. And the following requirements must be met in order to qualify for you to participate in Diamond Club. So first, you want to have at least one Diamond Club sponsor. The sponsor will pay 50% of the participants' qualified travel reimbursements, but you can have a maximum of 3 Diamond Club sponsors. Okay, so you need to qualify as a silver or higher in the qualification month. So that's going to be June for those going into the fall Diamond Club, or December for those going into spring Diamond Club. So you also need to have 3 personally enrolled wellness advocates or wholesale customers with 100 PV initial order or more. Now during the qualification month, which is June or December, and upgrades and reactivations are not something that counts for this as well. So it has to be new, definitely new wellness advocates or wholesale customers, okay? So also you want to have a total of 10 wellness advocates that process an LRP order of 100 or more on or before the last day of qualification month. So if you're brand new and you have 9 wellness advocates on your team, you need the 10th one, okay? So the 10 wellness advocates must be within the Diamond Club participant's personal organization and cannot be used by another Diamond Club's participant to qualify for Diamond Club. Now, of the 10 wellness advocates with the LRP of 100 plus, 5 must be within your local area, so within 50 miles of your home, and then 5 must be from an out of area location at least 50 miles away from your home. So let's take, for example, Denver, Colorado is your out of area location. You would need to have 5 wellness advocates in the Denver area that have a $100 LRP order, okay? In order to qualify to go there to count as building them, all right? So like places like Denver, Aurora, Lakewood, Westminster, etc., okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Now, your schedule, each wellness advocate can participate in the Diamond Club program once per year. So you're not able to do it back to back. And doTERRA really is about empowering families, so they really don't want to see you working that hard and then being away from your family 8 months out of the year. Okay, that's not really what doTERRA stands for. So they want to give you that time to rest and regroup, support your groups, support your teams, and then if you want to go back and do Diamond Club again, go back. So this program has helped kick the momentum up in your group so that you can keep going for the rest of the year. And that's really the goal of it is momentum and growth. There's going to be 2 Diamond Clubs per year. One is going to be the spring season. The qualification month falls in December on that one. The application is due by January 7th. Preparation month is January, and travel months are February to May. So each Diamond Club is 4 months, Okay, spring session is February to May, and then if you're going to do the fall season, which we have one coming up here, qualification month is going to be in June. So this is where you would enroll your 3 advocates, December or June, depending on which Diamond Club you want to do. The application due date is July 7th. Preparation month is the month of July. Travel months, August to November. So 4 months long, August to November. Okay, now if you do plan on doing Diamond Club, I want to sit down with you in January or July and plan out a strategy for you to be successful. And if that's something that you're thinking about doing, let's get on a call and let's work through that, and let me answer all your questions and work on getting that together for you. I've done Diamond Club several times, so I guess you'd consider me a veteran. So for the qualification month, we want all Diamond Club participants to be set up for success. So there's going to be a few key benchmarks that we have found to be very helpful. If someone has a team in place to be successful, that's what we want, right? So we also want to make sure that each Diamond Club participant is comfortable enrolling people, since that's going to be the significant requirement during the actual program itself, right? Now, in preparation month, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Benjamin Franklin, right? So in order to have successful events in Diamond Club, you'll need to be working with your leaders in your home and away from your area prior to the day of the event. So take a look and see, planning, inviting, following up. Those are the secret sauces to getting people at your events and being able to meet the enrollment requirements that are in Diamond Club, okay? So here are the activities you'll need to complete in the prep month to be able to actually start traveling. And then you want to get really good, and you want to get your team really good at this, because when you're away, you want your team to step in and support your other people that are maybe a little bit newer while you're out of the area, okay? And then vice versa, while you're at home and not in the area where you're building, you want to make sure that your leaders are standing up and supporting where they're needing to support. So what does support look like, and what are the expectations of those people? Okay, maybe set those goals up front so that way nobody gets disappointed. So now during preparation month, you're going to prepare and plan your events month by month, set the dates for your trips, and then you're going to work with your leaders to fill in your schedule on those days. Okay, so when your leaders are on board and they're engaged and they're wanting to help you be successful, they will help you find those calendar schedules and fill those in for you. Okay, so map out your travel plans and purchase your airline tickets. Those are all during like preparation month. And then prepare your teams for scheduled events in their area. So this is nice too. So when people in the area that you're traveling to know people, then what you're going to want to do is have maximum amount of people in those seats. You need butts in seats to make sure that you're meeting those qualifications and getting enough people enrolled so that you can stay in Diamond Club and graduate Diamond Club. So prepare your household. You want to set up childcare, get your family on board, whatever you need to do as far as the children and the spouse. And then you want to watch your Diamond Club training videos. You're going to want to review the information on the Diamond Club site in order to understand the requirements that are needed to meet your successful season. Okay, and then you want to participate in the mandatory conference calls. And there'll be an email that's sent out for that with the information for those calls. The monthly requirement is 18 enrollments per month, with the exception of the first month, and that's going to be 10 enrollments in the first month. 70% of the enrollments must come from within your organization. So let's say I go and I'm traveling from Texas to Colorado, and in Colorado I have a friend who has a whole team there, but she's not underneath my team. Okay, so her name is Sally. So Sally has 10 people in the area that she has been using oils with, and she wants to come to my class. That's great. Let's say I get 3 enrollments from Sally's people. Well, they're not technically on my team, but they can count towards my enrollments. But 70% of my enrollments must come from my own organization. So 30% can come from off my organization, 70% has to come from my organization. 3 out of area trips and 3 local trips per month. So this is what you're logging with doTERRA, okay? For reimbursements, this is wonderful, and this is a great reason to do doTERRA's Diamond Club, is because you want to get reimbursed for your travel, right? So you want to keep all your flight gas receipts from your away areas to go along with your out of trip areas. Gas receipts must come from the immediate area you held your event as evidence that you traveled to that area, and are needed for actual reimbursement for you to get your mileage at 18 cents a mile. Okay, so let's say I live in San Diego and I travel to Temecula, California, and I get gas in Marietta. Okay, so that's not going to qualify. You have to get the gas in Temecula, all right? And if, let's say it's vice versa, I can't gas up before I go and then get a reimbursement. That does not prove at all that you went to that area, okay? So you need to get your gas at the area where you are having your class and where you have your people on LRP, okay? So travel to areas where you have at least one team member processing a $100 LRP order that month where you're traveling, and your team member must live within the immediate area that the event is held. Take a maximum of 6 out-of-area trips per month. Submit reimbursement information and documents by the deadline. And typically reimbursements are due 2 days after the month ends. So it'd be the 2nd or the 3rd on the following month, okay? And you want to get those in as soon as possible. I will tell you, the date and time sneaks up on you, and there's a couple of times where I missed my reimbursement for Diamond Club, and I was really upset, because it cost me $500. So for enrollments to qualify, new enrollees must meet you face to face with the Diamond Club member, before they can be enrolled through the actual portal. Now, Diamond Club participants must participate and be present for the full event, all right? All enrollments must be entered by you or your spouse or co-applicant through the Diamond Club portal. Enrollments that are not entered through the portal will not be eligible for free product and will not be counted towards your enrollment, okay? So now, once in a great while, they would let this become a fixable thing, but as Diamond Club has progressed, this becomes extremely difficult to police, and so you're sending out separate packages. It's messing up with the shipping. So doTERRA has gotten rid of the availability to throw in this little the free gift, the incentive that comes with the Diamond Club. So it does get very costly, and then having the time and energy to go back and fix thousands and thousands of these is just ridiculous. So they've now said if you don't get it through the portal, you miss out on everything pretty much. So that's kind of a bummer. Enrollments must be entered within the 3 business days of the event. So this starts the first business day after the event. If an event is held on the weekend, the first business day starts on Monday. So let's say you did the event on Friday, so you have 3 business days, Monday, Tuesday. By Wednesday, you need to have those enrollments entered, okay? If an event is held on the last day of the month, the 3 business days would fall into the following month, and the promotional products offered will be for the most current month, okay? The only time that doesn't qualify is the very last month of Diamond Club. So let's say it's November and you have the 3 business days, and it's Wednesday the 3rd. For for the actual days, you would then still qualify for the November. Let's see, so it'd be December. That's confusing. Okay, so let me say that again. The last month of Diamond Club, 3 business days will fall into December. So you have 3 business days in December, depending on how the timeline flies there, to enter those enrollments, okay, from the class that you had the very last day. So, and you would get the incentive from November. So that's the only time it would be a little bit different. So how do I get reimbursed? So you want to keep all your receipts, flights, and gas to go along with your trips. Your receipts must include the proof of payment and be submitted in JPEG or PDF format. Itineraries, boarding passes, screenshots of your receipts are not eligible documents. Okay, so we used to be able to use screenshots from the telephone. That is no longer acceptable. You want to scan them in, put them into a JPEG or a PDF file, and make sure that you have them filed. You want to travel to areas where you have at least one team member processing the $100 LRP order per month, the month that you travel especially, and your team member must live within the immediate area the event is held. Okay, so if your person processes an order of 50 and 50, that is not going to qualify them. Okay, take a maximum of 6 out-of-area trips per month. Submit reimbursement information and documents by the deadline. So see the detailed rules and reimbursement schedule. So the quick guide to Diamond Club reimbursement is going to be contacting your Diamond Club project manager for any questions regarding reimbursements before the reimbursement deadline prior to travel. Okay, so if you have a question or not sure on how it works, please reach out to your Diamond Club project manager. Ask the question before you assume that it's going to be paid out, because there's nothing worse than budgeting and then it not being paid. Okay, so or it not qualifying. Each Diamond Club member is personally responsible for the submission of their own reimbursements by the reimbursement due date each month. Submissions will be approved or denied depending on the correct entry of the validity of the actual submission. In order to be reimbursed for flying and driving, you must submit all of your receipts, and receipts must be legible. Any out of the United States, Canada, must be pre-approved by the Diamond Club project managers. Okay. Food, lodging, room rental, meeting space, and fuel will not be reimbursed in any situation. And reimbursements for Diamond Club are limited to the travel reimbursements listed below. Flights are paid for by miles or points are not eligible. And in order for your reimbursements to get paid out on time, check for any notes that may have been left by your Diamond Club team on your submitted reimbursement request in both the pending and approved requests. So they are really good about communicating to you via email or via the portal. And so you always want to be checking that portal to make sure that you are up to date on all of your messages. So LRP requirements for travel reimbursement. In order for you to be eligible for reimbursement to an out-of-area location, you must have a wellness advocate in the immediate area or out-of-area location that processes a $100 LRP or more within the month that you're traveling to the location. So new enrollees enrolled during the same month of travel do not meet this LRP requirement. Okay, so it used to be that you could, but it doesn't. All right, so you can be reimbursed up to $300 round trip based on your flight costs, and flights back to your home are not eligible for an additional $300 reimbursement. Okay, so let's say you do a one-way ticket to, New York, and then you do another one-way ticket back home. Only the ticket to New York would qualify, is what it's saying. All flight receipts that show proof of purchase must be attached to the flight submission. Itineraries, boarding passes, and screenshots, computer, phone, and tablet are not eligible receipts, and the flight will not be reimbursed if the appropriate receipt is not submitted. Parking fees and any airport incidentals are not reimbursed either. Now, if you're driving after a flight, here's what we're reading up on. So first, remember that the flight destination must have an event for this example to actually be eligible for reimbursement. So if you fly from Los Angeles to Denver, hold an event in Denver, you could then drive to Pueblo, Colorado, it's about 112 miles away, to have an event and request reimbursement for the drive from Denver to Pueblo. Now remember that the rental car costs and the mileage will be combined, and you are allowed a maximum of $150 for the total reimbursement. Now, however, the same rules apply to multiple event driving trips as listed above. If the rental car cost was $100, add the round trip mileage of $112, 224 times 18 cents equals $40.32. You are eligible for $140.32 for the second leg of your trip. So you can also submit your round trip flight receipt from LA to Denver for up to $300. Okay. So now here's a couple of examples. So example 1, you purchase a flight for $185 and you're eligible to be reimbursed for the whole $185. Example number 2, you purchase a flight for $375. You are eligible for a maximum reimbursement of $300. Okay, so the max is $300. If you don't use all the max, then you don't get the difference of the $300. Okay, that's what they're saying. Now, if you have a combined flight, so for example, here's example number 1, you have 3 flights with events in each destination. So simple connecting flights without an event to do, or simple connecting flights without an event do not count as a combined flight. So your total flight cost is $870. You submit this as 3 separate reimbursements. $870 divided by 3 equals $290. You would be eligible for the $300 for the 3 separate trips as long as all the trip requirements were met. So you'd have to have the $100 LRP person in that area processing their LRP on the month that you're there. So trip number 2, where you have another event, you purchase 3 separate tickets for timing reasons. Example, flight from Las Vegas. Okay. Now, example number 2, you fly from Seattle to Denver, which is your first trip, where you have an event. Then you fly from Denver to Las Vegas. That's trip number 2, where you have another event. You purchase 3 separate tickets for timing reasons. Your flight from Las Vegas to Seattle is not eligible for reimbursement unless you follow this example. If ticket 1 and 2 cost less than the total eligible reimbursement amount of the 2 trips, so 300 times 2 equals 600 eligible, then you can add the total of the trip home to your total and submit it as 2 trips. Okay? So trip 1, $200, trip 2, $100, return flight, $300. Okay? Now, since trip 1 and trip 2 are less than $600, you can add the return flight home to the total. Now, remember, you only are eligible for 2 trips in this situation. $200 plus the $100 equals $300, plus the $300 equals $600. Divide that by 2 equals $300. So you would submit 2 flights of $300 to be eligible for the entire $600 that you are eligible for. Now, flights back to your home location are only eligible for reimbursements if you follow example 2 of combined flights. Having an event once you get home would count as a local trip, and local trips are not eligible for reimbursement. Now, rental cars. Now, a rental car is only eligible for reimbursement in a driving after a flight trip. So you must first fly into an area which you have a qualified team member who places a $100 LRP order and hold an event, you are then eligible to rent a car to drive at least 50 miles away from where you flew into, where you have another qualified team member in the area and hold another event. Rental cars are not eligible for reimbursements if you fly into an area and rent a car to drive around in that area. So it's kind of like you can choose either flight or car, basically. An example of an eligible rental reimbursement is below. Okay. So let's see. Reimbursements will be paid each month with your monthly primary bonus commissions. So this is regarding the reimbursement requests. And let me see. Yep. It is paid out as one check or direct deposit and not separately. Completely fill out your reimbursement form by midnight on the 2nd of each month. A maximum of 6 out of area trips can be submitted each month. If you opt out of Diamond Club or do not meet the requirements to continue with the program, you will be reimbursed for the months that you participated in. However, doTERRA will not continue to reimburse your travel for the following months, and you will not be able to offer the Diamond Club enrollment promotions. So now, being a sponsor, what is the sponsor's role in Diamond Club? So the sponsor pays 50% of the participants' qualified travel reimbursement for the Diamond Club season, and they work very closely with the team member to assist them with scheduling events and travel. The sponsors are part of the support team for their members, and they work with the member to build their business. The majority of our Diamond Club leaders have participated in Diamond Club and can share excellent advice on making Diamond Club a successful experience. Yes, we want you to be very successful when you go out there and do Diamond Club. So if you have any questions, it is wonderful to ask somebody that has done it before. So how do you actually become a sponsor? You can become a sponsor by creating a sponsor account through the Diamond Club website, and that's doTERRADiamondClub.com. And once this step is completed, you will have access to the Diamond Club portal. And in the portal, you can click on the sponsoring tab to the left of the screen to be taken to the sponsoring field where you can approve or deny pending requests from any potential Diamond Club participant. If you are or have been a participant and would like to sponsor as well, you can email doTERRA at diamondclub@doterra.com. Now, if you have more questions and you've already gone to the website, so for more information, you can visit doTERRADiamondClub.com. That has a list of everything that we've talked about here, probably a couple extra little things here and there. There's some really good videos. So there's an awesome video that shows, the people that did Diamond Club last, and it's kind of funny. They're in like little go-karts racing. It's cute. And if you have any questions or you want to email Diamond Club, the email for them is diamondclub@doterra.com. So I hope this was informative, and it kind of gives you a little bit more understanding of how Diamond Club works. It's a great way to build. It allows you to get reimbursed for your travel, and it also offers incentives for your team, which is really, really awesome. And I'd love to support you in any way that I possibly can. So if you need me to sponsor you and you're on my team, I would definitely love to sponsor you. And then also, too, we'll reach out to some of your other upline leaders that would love to probably sponsor you as well. And so I look forward to hearing from you. And if you have any more questions, I'd love to answer those as well.